Hey, Allison. We ran out of the group room. I'm just really wondering what's going on with you today. I see you sitting on the hallway and you seem pretty upset. Can you give me a head nod or anything so that I know you're hearing me? Okay, awesome. I see you nodding your head. Thank you so much for doing that. So I think I just want to try to understand what's going on. So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. Can you give me a thumbs up or a head nod? Just let me know that that's okay. All right, great. I see you giving me a thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just curious, is it something that happened in group today that caused you to get upset? No? Okay, I see your head nodding. Thank you. What about, is it something that happened before group started? Maybe something that happened before getting here at home? Okay, not that either. See you nodding your head no. Okay. What about, is it something else? Yes. Okay, I see you nodding your head yes. Do you feel like you can tell me with your words what's going on so that I can understand a little bit better?
With school, it's all this stuff at school. It's these girls. It's talk to people, and I just make me mad.
The girls at school are making you mad. Did something happen with the girls at school?
Well, they're all being mean to me, and they're talking about to me, and I don't have any friends there.
Okay. I'm so sorry that that's happening, Allison. I'm, just wondering. So we're in the middle of summer right now, right? So that seems like it's
Yeah,
something that happened a while ago. Am I correct in saying that?
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it
Still
seems like
makes
it,
me mad.
yeah, it seems like it's still really, really bothering you right now.
I just wanted to do anything because they were just mean, and they made fun of me, and now I have to like talk to these police. And I don't want to do that. I don't know what to do.
Oh, we're to have to talk to the police. That,
Yeah.
yeah, that seems a little scary that we have to go talk to somebody like that for the situation. So that seems like the situation's pretty serious. How do you think you're feeling about that right now?
I'm kind of scared. I don't know how to, and still just upset when I think about them,
Hmm.
what happens.
Yeah. So you say you're feeling upset. So when you feel upset, what does that make you feel in your body? What kinds of thoughts are you having?
Sometimes my body will get feel like hot.
Mhm.
It feels kind of tight, and I just can't think right. Like it's just all kinds of stuff just happens.
Mhm. So you have a hard time thinking and sorting through your thoughts. You get really hot. So that can make us feel really uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Hmm. Yeah, I think most people wouldn't feel comfortable in that situation. So I'm just curious, what kinds of things do you do to help you feel a little bit better when you're feeling that uncomfortable feeling, feeling hot, and you feel like you just can't think straight? What kinds of things help you in those situations?
I don't know. Sometimes.
I know I see you at group a lot. I see you using your fidgets, and I see you using your journal a lot. Would you say those help you?
Yeah, I like to have that pop it. I
Hmm.
like to use that. Sometimes that helps me to feel better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, having something to do with our hands can really help us to, focus on what's in front of us to make sure that, those uncomfortable thoughts aren't distracting us too much. So I know I've seen that be really, really good for you during group when, there's a lot of other stuff going on, and I can tell that maybe you're feeling a little upset or uncomfortable. So I know that you can use those skills. But I'm also curious, what do you think you can use? What if there's a situation where you don't have a Pop-It in front of you, or you don't have a journal in front of you? What else do you think you could try to do?
I guess I could try to take like deep breaths.
Mm-hmm.
That helps.
Yeah. Have you tried using deep breaths before?
At least sometimes, but sometimes I forget to use that.
Yeah, it can be hard to think about using our skills when we're feeling super, super upset. It's a lot more difficult than when we're a little bit more calm and we feel ourselves getting upset. So what I want to try to do is help us kind of have a signal for when we feel like we're starting to get upset, that we know, right now is a great time for me to take a deep breath or to use that physical coping skill like a Pop-It or a journal so we can prevent ourselves from getting super duper upset and, running out in the hallway like we just did. We want to avoid getting to that point because that doesn't feel too good. I know I saw you pushing some things around on your table and pushing your table a little bit, pushing your chair, and I could see that you were really, really upset in that moment. But I'm really happy that you're talking with me right now. It's so important to make sure that myself and other staff have a really good idea of where you're at. And I know it's hard to do. I know it's hard to talk when we're really upset, but I think you're doing a really awesome job at expressing yourself right now. So thank you so much for talking with me.
It's helpful to talk. Sometimes I talk with other people home, or I write it in my journal.
Yeah, writing's a really good tool too. If you don't know if you know how to say the words out loud or you're just not able to at that time, writing's a great tool. It can also help sort out all those thoughts. So sometimes we just get so many, I like to call them like thought bubbles. So sometimes we get so many thought bubbles in our mind that there's too many to kind of sort through. And it kind of sounds like that's what's going on with you, Allison, is that we just have so many thought bubbles. So we have the girls at school from back in the school year. We have talking to the police. We've got, any, frustrations or people being annoying in group. Those can be a little thought bubble. Or maybe what am I going to have for dinner tonight? What fun things am I going to do? So there can be some positive thought bubbles. But when there's so much going on in our mind and we have this huge thought bubble that's kind of taking over everything else, it can make it really hard for us to focus and be on task. But what our goal is to try to pop some of those thought bubbles and really focus on one thing. And that's where we can practice that deep breathing to help us really focus in on one positive thought that we can use to help us get through group and get through the day so that we don't get so upset. So do you think what we can practice taking some deep breaths together?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. So one of my favorite ways to practice deep breathing is using the flower and the candlestick method. So can I see you hold an imaginary flower in one hand and an imaginary candlestick in the other? Awesome. What kind of flower are you holding?
It's a rose.
It's a rose. Awesome. Those smell so good. So what we're going to do first is we're going to hold the rose up to our face, okay? And I want you to picture the biggest, prettiest, big red rose in front of your face right now. And I want you to breathe in through your nose and smell that rose. Doesn't that smell good?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're going to hold the candlestick in front of your face, and I want you to picture that this candle it's like a big birthday candle. And you're going to blow it out, okay? So now we have to let go of our breath and blow out our candle. Do you want to try one more time?
Okay.
Okay, so we have the rose and the candle. So how does your body feel right now, Allison?
It feels a little calmer. I don't feel so tight. I feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I might be ready to go back into the group again.
Great. I'm so glad that you're able to recognize that you feel calmer and that you feel that you're ready to go back to group and be around others at this time. I think that's a great idea. What kinds of coping skills do you think that we can try while we're in the group?
I think I have my journal in there, so I could use that. And I guess I can try to do my breathing in there too.
Wonderful. I think those are fantastic ideas, Allison. I just want to say thank you again for talking with me about all of this. I know it's really hard sometimes to talk about our emotions, but again, you did a great job with that. It's really helpful for me to understand what's going on inside your mind. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and get walking back to group, and we can get moving on with our day, okay? All right, thank you, Allison.